Feel free to check out my TeePublic after the video. Sayonara Jupiter? More like Sayonara Stupider. Sayonara Jupiter is a film directed by Koji Hashimoto based on the novel of the same name written by Sakio Komatsu, who also wrote Submersion of Japan, which was also adapted into a film. The story is about an energy crisis happening across the solar system now that interplanetary colonization is possible. As a result, there are plans to turn Jupiter into a second sun, which has been dubbed the Jupiter Solarization Project. But apparently, according to some markings on Mars, there exists alien life on the planet. Meanwhile, there's a radical environmentalist organization that plans to sabotage the whole project, and a black hole is headed towards Jupiter. And considering how much of a success Submersion of Japan was in theaters, this only meant that Sayonara Jupiter would receive the same treatment, considering that it's adapting a novel by Sakio Komatsu, right? I mean, it's directed by Koji Hashimoto, who would later direct The Return of Godzilla. Oh, who am I kidding? This film is a mess. To start things off, the characters are bland. The main character is an SSDO chief, played by Tomokazu Miura, whose name is Eiji Honda. I am not kidding. That's his real name. As for everyone else, they all feel like cardboard cutouts with a few exceptions. We have American actor Ron Erwin as Captain Hoger Kin, who can be seen watching Geeter the Three-Headed Monster. There's also the founder of the Jupiter Church named Peter, played by Paul Akawa, who I can't help but think he looks like Sam Hyde. I wonder if he talked about getting rid of the elderly and disabled when Earth was becoming overpopulated. We also have Akihiko Hirata in his final role before passing away, and let's just say that his treatment in the film is very bizarre considering that.
We're just gonna kill him!
And apparently Sakio Komatsu wanted Orson Welles to play the SSDO president instead of William Tapir. Before I continue, I just want to talk about how slapped together this movie can be. The tone is all over the place, leaving you unsure how to feel most of the time. There are times where the film expects you to take it seriously, but considering how sloppy the writing is, it's just hard to do so. And aside from the death of Akihiko Hirata's character, there are a couple of other scenes that just leave you asking, what the f just happened? There's a love scene between two main characters in nude in zero gravity. I know it's supposed to have some significance to the film, as the woman is Eiji Honda's ex, who is part of the environmentalist group, but the scene just comes out of nowhere. Another scene that's meant to be symbolic, executed wrong, is the death of a dolphin named Jupiter. This scene comes out of nowhere as well, and it's so dramatic and goes by so fast that you really don't know how to feel about it. It's a shark killing a dolphin, which is supposed to be emotional, but the scene is so poorly edited and over the top that it just leaves you in shock. Really, the only good thing about this film are its special effects. Well, with the exception of that shark. And the set design too. It's honestly really good for a film like this. And because it's in a film like this, it's not enough to save it. And the scoring by Kentaro Haneda is fine and all, but there's nothing impactful about it and it ends up being forgettable. Oh yeah, one little interesting thing to note is that the blasters in the film later get reused in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and Biolante's cry in her rose form came from this film. Upon release, Sayonara Jupiter was met with a negative to mixed reception. According to a review from DVD Talk, Sayonara Jupiter will intrigue and frustrate fans of Japanese fantasy cinema in equal measure, while mainstream American audiences will find it insufferably dull and unoriginal. And when production assistant Shinji Higuchi went to see it with his girlfriend at the time, she broke up with him when Higuchi told her that he worked on it. Glad she did, because he's honestly better off without her. No need for people like that in your life, and thankfully it paid off. If you're interested, my good friend Dr. Mifune made an in-depth analysis about all that happened during production and provides more info about the film. So by all means, go ahead and check that out. Link will be in the description. Sayonara Jupiter is a bizarre, bad, and bland trash heap of a film. The tone is constantly shifting all over the place, the writing and characters suck, and the editing is some of the worst I've seen. Definitely pass on this one. That's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for joining me in this little mini review series. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll definitely say sayonara to this movie until I force myself to watch it again.
Hey Peter! Hey Peter!